let's begin and pull up create new webinar or start streaming. Here is where you choose the type of webinar that you're wanting to create. If you want to stream to YouTube or Facebook, you're going to want to choose this option. Now you can stream a video file with that option. And this option is where you're going to have an on-demand room that's live with chat, but people are going to register for the webinar and then log in. This third option, the evergreen option, is a scheduled webinar. You set all the different options. You record your webinar, if it has a shopping cart in it or an opt-in form or any call to actions. Those are determined ahead of time, and you publish it and leave it up there, and it continually runs. That's why it's called evergreen. But people, when they opt in or register for the webinar, they will opt in for a specific time, and then that unlocks at that time or with a specific password, and that unlocks for them when they arrive at the webinar. So you have all kinds of different options about what kind of webinar that you want to broadcast. Probably the best thing to do, I think, at least that's where I began and am beginning, because I'm still practicing, trying to become a lot more graceful about it. And that just takes practice. Probably the easiest and the best thing to do is to jump in and get your feet wet streaming to YouTube or Facebook. And you do that with this top option here. You click next. And of course, you'll have to determine the server closest to you. Now, I'm closest here in the USA, but if Europe or Brazil is closer to your geographical location, you're going to want to choose those. And if you choose the webinar room, you're going to be broadcasting from a webinar room directly into Facebook, YouTube, or both. Now, if you choose the stream file option, that allows you to create a webinar and stream the file live. This is where you can add broadcast targets. So let's say we're going to broadcast right here to our Facebook group. I choose USA, and let's say I'm just going to Facebook. Oh, this is a recording, so you heard that one. So let's add a broadcast target. We're going to stream to Facebook. I've already set this up, so it recognizes my keys very easily. I'm going to choose stream to Facebook, and it gives me the option to change Facebook account, stream to my personal page, but I'm going to stream to my group page. So we're going to stream to the group, and I've already have this integrated and installed, the app that allows me to do that. And here's where I choose the group. And then I choose the product launch digital marketing group and apply it. There we go. That automatically puts in my RTMP URL, which is the server URL where I'm going to be streaming from or broadcasting from, as well as the key. Now I'm going to have this key blurred out, as well as all of this information, because I don't want to broadcast it live to the whole world. So you're not going to be able to see those numbers, but that's what I've put in here. And then if I wanted to stream to, and I click OK. Now let's say I want to go to YouTube at the same time. I can add a broadcast target and stream to YouTube. What it has done on my other monitor, it brings up where I have to authorize the access. And I've already established that I have access to go live on YouTube. It does take about 24 hours. Okay, this is really taking a while. probably because I'm recording as I'm trying to connect. There we go. And then I would choose the account, choose my account. In this case, you're not going to be able to see those accounts. I'm going to choose one. And again, there we go. So it puts my YouTube settings for the same thing, the RTMP URL settings, as well as the RTMP key. Everybody has a unique identity and a unique key. So again, you're not going to be able to read those, but that's where you put these. And then you click OK. And the next thing you're going to do is go click Next, and you're going to open the webinar room. So we'll open the room, and you'll be asked to enter your name. Click OK. Here we are live. So you can see yourself in the broadcast room. Now, right here, right now, what you're seeing is the broadcast room in Builderall. We haven't started to broadcast yet because this is just the in the webinar app. To do that, you're going to, I doubt if it's showing on this video, but there's a start broadcast key right in the upper left-hand corner. Once you start that key, then you're going to be broadcasting into Facebook and YouTube. So let's see what happens here. And I'm going to see if I can go live on Facebook while I'm recording my screen share. Well, I tell you one thing. I do know that trying to do a screen capture while you're going live is a big burden. So I'm not sure that I'm going to be able to capture this live on the screen capture, but I think we're probably going live. Let me see if I have, oh, wait a minute here. I'm on my second monitor. Maybe if I moved it over, let's see. Yes. Here we are. So now let me see if I can also, I'm going to start my screen share now. Now, because I am recording this with screen capturing software, it certainly is bogging down my computer. This isn't something that I would normally do, but I wanted to test this out and see if I could get this done for Evelyn, who had a very good question. So I've been recording this from the process to go live from the beginning. And let's just take one of these screen shares. Okay, let me just choose this one. And I think I want to choose a different tab. There we are. Yes. Okay. Now, as you'll learn when I put the whole video together, I'm screen capturing at the same time and showing you how to enter those URL links, RTPM streaming keys, into the webinar room. Now, we're broadcasting live at the moment in both Facebook and YouTube, but I am also burdening my computer by trying to screen capture record this as well. But that's how you go live initially. First, start there. I'm going to see if by any chance, oh yeah, I see Chris says Terry. Hi Chris, how are you? Let's see. Chris says you are live. Yes, good. I am live. By the way, Terry, do you know why support is off? You know, Chris, I don't know exactly why you might be having some kind of a delay or trying to reach support. Just keep in mind, please, that right now Florida is really getting hit with weather, plus the coronavirus. So I know, and it's the weekend. And even our support people do usually take a little time off. Now, I don't really know what's going on. I know that there are people working in support, but I also know that Florida is really getting hit and with weather. They have a hurricane on the way in the middle of a pandemic. So if you can, just try to be a little patient. I'm not a very good support person, but is there something I can help you with? Just leave a message and I'll see what I can do. Anyway, let's see. One thing that I was trying to demonstrate here in this particular live is just the ability how you go online, and I'm not sure if I even understood Evelyn's question. Evelyn asked she would like to see a sample webinar created here in Builderall. And this is a sample, very simple, broadcast to live in Facebook and YouTube in Builderall. So we're in the Builderall room. We also have the ability to record videos and then live stream them live at any time, and our evergreen functionality of the webinar room, which is awesome, and scheduled webinars where people register and opt in and come into a webinar, and those can be pre-recorded as well. So there's lots of options. I don't know if this is going to help. Oh, let's see. No, I don't think this is, I don't see Evelyn right now. I'm going to go ahead and end this live, Evelyn, and then take the recording of the live and finish off the video I started with the steps preceding this before I went live on Facebook. So you'll be able to see that video soon. You have a great afternoon, and let me know if this helps you at all. Just let me know what you really like to know, and I'll do my best.